Hello, and welcome back to On Air with Dr. Pete. I'm your host, Dr. Pete Economo, and today we have another great guest because that's what Lee does. And we were talking about how Lee is producing and getting us amazing people. And so Troy Horne is here today, and he's one of them. He was an ambitious child with huge goals. He was featured on Star Search, The Sing Off, and Rent before becoming an incredible father of three, and now a three-time best-selling author. He's really fun career that's fueled by passion and purpose. And he's here today to share the highs and lows of your journey. Troy, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, that's an intro, man. I feel accomplished. This is great.
I mean, I just read what you've done. Like, you should feel accomplished. So one of the secrets of me is that I don't like to read too much of the notes or stuff. Like, I like to just kind of be authentic with it. Right. And so I Rent, where and when?
Yeah, in New York, on Broadway in what was it, 2009, 8, somewhere in there. Yeah.
So I've seen the show probably about 15 or 16 times.
Nice.
I lost count when I lived in the city, but that was before you were on. Well, I mean, I'm sure I saw it then too. Yeah, but I'm going to say I saw it the most in like 2006 and 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe right before. That is so dope. When is it
crazy?
Coming back? Every show's coming back. I know it has to come back.
Yeah, it does. You know, it's such a good I mean, you've seen it.
So it's good.
Such a good show.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I don't want to only focus on that because I could do a whole show on that. That's the problem. But that's really an impressive career. So like this creative journey that started for you, you had big dreams. So tell us about this background. Like, tell us about that.
So, you know, it kind of starts with my mom, who's awesome. I was singing around the house, and I just like to sing. And she was like, so this Sunday you're going to sing in church. And I was like, I think I was like maybe 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that. And I'm like, no. And she's like, yes. And so I go and do that. And I was so nervous. I had like my heart pounding in my chest, you know, where you can hear your heart in your ears, that kind of nervous. And after I sang, it's like they gave me a standing ovation as a 10-year-old.
So cool.
And I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, you know?
Yeah.
And so I set out to do it then. And of course, you know, you hear all the things where it's like, this is impossible. What's your fallback thing? You know, what's the real, but I was like, you know what? This is what I got to do. And I think the biggest thing is just keep going. You know, if you have that calling, you have that desire, it's like, there are going to be ups and downs. There were plenty of downs.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah. But well, how did you use those to propel you? Because, you know, people are saying it's unrealistic and, you know, the downs.
Well, when I was young, you know, I was young and dumb. So I was like, you know,
I wish I could go back to that.
Right? Right? Like, you don't know the things that go wrong. So you're like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing this. Yes. And so I was like, hey, I'm doing this. And so as a kid, those were the things I was like, I just have to prove you wrong because, you know, you don't know. So
that was your motivation. Where did you grow up as a kid then?
Houston, Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when did you move to New York?
Oh, well, first I moved to LA.
Okay.
And after we moved to LA and we were doing some stuff there, then I moved to New York. It's funny because all these breakthroughs, and I'm sure you've seen this, kind of come on the end of some kind of down or struggle or what's it called in writing? The Dark Night of the Soul.
Yep.
And so, so I moved to New York, actually for Rent. It's like, I did the audition in LA, and that was quite a story. I was working in Disney, just real quick. I was working in Disney, and I wanted to see my kid more because I was driving from Burbank to Anaheim, and if anyone is familiar with that drive, that's no joke, especially in LA traffic.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't see my wife and kids enough. I want something that allows me to see my wife and kids more.
Yeah.
Went to the audition for Rent. Ended up getting that through some quite interesting little things. I'll spare you guys a long story, but and then we moved to New York. Yeah.
Yeah. And then So a Broadway career is what gave you more time with your wife and kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Wild, huh?
yeah, it's kind of wild because some people leave it because they need more.
Yeah.
It's all balance and it's relative. So you've
Yeah.
shared the stage with rock legends, right? And you've toured around the world
Yeah.
with original music. So what's that been like?
Oh my gosh. All these things, have been very eye-opening and humbling. Humbling in the way that you're like, okay, I'm on this stage, like when we're doing the Steve Miller stuff. It's like I'm on the stage or, watching these guys play,
Mm-hmm.
and they really play. It's like I strum a little bit, my lead guitarist does some solos, but it's like, no.
It's different.
It's a different, there are levels to this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you learn that it's like, okay, there are levels to this, and I still get to be here or around this, so I can do this. But then also you learn that, okay, look, these people are regular human beings. There's no like mythical thing that they have that you don't have. They're regular people.
Yeah.
So that was the big lesson from all of that, from, doing shows with people who, were famous and, and being around them. It's like they're regular people.
Yeah. They put their pants on the same way.
Same way.
They go to the bathroom like we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same worries, same concerns, same imposter syndrome that we don't think anybody, they have it too.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So father of three, author, how'd you shift from showbiz into authoring books in a mission to help people live their dreams?
Yeah. So, same type of deal. I wanted more time with my family.
Wow.
I was gone.
Man.
I love my family. So anyways, I was like gone for 9 months 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And like, according to the music world, I was living the dream. We're on the road for 9 months doing whatever. I was doing the sing off. I was touring with a cappella band in Europe and whatever. I was like, this is what you want. And it's like, I want to be home with my kids. So I said, I can't do this anymore. Kind of just like took the leap. And my kid wanted to play basketball, which I am not a basketball dude. I'm a music guy. And but I was like, we can apply some of these principles to music. I mean, because it's all the same kind of, it's still business and whatever. And I noticed that he was losing his like excitement for the sport as the business part started to happen. And so I started doing research on mindset and really how to help him. And that created the first book that kind of began the author journey. Yeah. And like really trying to create a book that was something that he could relate to. Nice. And so that's the beginning of it. Yeah. I started writing for him. And then, so now I'm writing for, because people are like, was there an adult version? Because we love this so much. Yeah. And so that's what the new one is an adult version mindset on how to go after and live the life that you want. So.
Well, I love it. And, we, as a sport and performance psychologist, like we always think about the arts in the same way as an athlete. And so it is very translatable. And even like law enforcement or just anybody that's like in a high pressure kind of, environment. So that's what I love that you say that, like you talk about each chapter of your life has been marked by resilience, reinvention, and a commitment to helping others.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So tell us about that.
That's the trick. It's like I was watching and it was so, I didn't really understand it to my core like I do now. Yeah. Until I got older and, you start seeing it everywhere, even with, Jeff Bezos, who was doing an interview with somebody, I forget who it was, but he's talking about, he goes, I will walk into a meeting and these executives will be like, how do you guys grow? How do you do this? And he's like, we obsess over the customer. Yeah. Period. How do we make it better for them? Right. And it really is the answer. People are like, Troy, how did you sell? I think now we're like for 290 something thousand copies. How did you do that? Wow, yeah. I care about the people reading the book because I know what it's like to be in that space as a parent and like wanting to help them. Yeah. It's like, I know what you're going through and I don't want you to have to struggle through this. So it's like, I care about them. Like it's really that simple. So whatever you're doing, whether you're, I think, a musician when I was on stage and I was performing in Rent, it was like I wanted the people on the other side of the stage or whatever to understand the journey that I was going through, whether I was playing rock music or whether I was, doing Collins in Rent or doing the sing off. It's like the trick is care about other people. It seems simple. Yes. Yes.
Why is it so hard for people?
Okay. Honest reason I think is because as human beings, we are maybe not necessarily naturally, but we are pretty self-focused. We're pretty,
Yeah. I think that's probably right. And the thought that came to mind was competitive, sort of like survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
You need to like sort of push people down, because I think I see that in like leadership training where, people that often get to the top, we say like had to step on some people along the way.
Right.
But I love what you're saying. It's like you could get to the top and care about the people that, you're bringing with you, or maybe you're passing along the way. Cause that does happen. I mean, not everyone could be, can achieve all that you've achieved.
Yeah. Well, maybe I think, as most people, it's like, I'm not just like the other people. I'm not like some magical person. I think, obviously maybe, there were some blessing circumstances along the way, but if knowing myself, Dr. Pete, I'm like, if you can do this, and I tell that to people, it's like, whatever you want, you can do it. It's like, I'm not magic. I don't have some special gene. I don't have some special talent. The talent, I think, is just really understanding, compassion, and caring. I mean,
okay, but you got both. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm not. No one's hiring me to go sing or perform.
Well, you never know.
No, I know. No, no. I know. Wait, so like some lessons about perseverance, navigating the highs and lows. Like you were very honest from the beginning of this episode about highs and lows. So of both the entertainment and the publishing world.
Right.
What kind of lessons do you have there about the perseverance that's required?
The biggest one, and oddly, we're really blessed to interview even Kobe while he was here on the planet, and it's like the lesson that it got from life, and from talking with him, keep going. It is going to look like it is not going to happen. It is going to look like everything is falling apart. It's going to look impossible. Everything that's happened for me in my life experience, and I can only go from that one because that's the only one I got.
That's it.
Has happened on the other side of holy crap. This looks bad. This looks like I'm not coming back from this one. But I keep going.
Keep going.
Every time on the other side of keep going, in my experience, has been the thing that you want. It's like almost like Napoleon Hill talks about. He said in the Think and Grow Rich, he says, fate is a trickster, and it loves to trip you up just before you reach the goal that you want. And truer words have never been written. It is.
I want to know, and the listeners are going to want to know, because you can't just drop the, like, I talked to Kobe when he was on this earth and interviewed him. So a little bit of context for that, maybe.
So we were writing we're doing a podcast, and we were really blessed to live in Denver. So we interviewed a lot of NBA stars and a lot of NFL guys on our podcast, and I wrote the book that came out. I wrote it with Moses, and we wrote it so that kids would really be able to understand and connect with it. And it starts going out there, and our podcast starts to shoot up on the rankings or whatever. And Kobe's publicist writes us through email and says he's coming out with a new book called The Wisnerd Series. We would love to have, what did she say? Like the editor or something like that.
Yeah.
Come on the show and talk about the book.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, got to ask for what you want. So I was like, the editor would be great, but we really will only do it if Kobe can hop on.
Yeah.
And she was like, wait, what? Yeah. And I go, I mean, we'd love to have him on it, but I said, because I really believe this, it's like the listeners to the podcast won't get anything No disrespect to the editor.
Yeah.
Out of us talking to an editor about Kobe's book.
Yeah.
So if Kobe doesn't want to do it, that's fine. But if he would do it, we'd love to have him on.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't think that's going to happen. I go, well, thank you so much for reaching out, but we're going to pass.
Just let me know. Yeah.
Right. A week later, she goes, Kobe's available this time and this date. Can you make it? I'm like, yes.
I can make it.
Yes, we can make it. We can make it happen. Yeah.
That is so cool. It still feels so unreal, that he's not here. And it just really, again, working in that world, it was a lot of people that were really greatly impacted and still impacted by it. Yeah. But amazing that you have that for the rest of your life. So this new book, the latest book, Middle Management.
Yes.
It's about reinvention, resilience, rediscovery. I love all that. I love the prefix of re. I was talking, Lee and I were just talking about Monica Lewinsky has one called Reclaiming. She has a podcast called Reclaiming. And,
nice.
So yeah. So yours is reinvention, resilience, recovery, rediscovery, helping parents find new purposes as they become empty nesters. So tell us about that.
Yeah. Because what happens is, or what's happened for me, you do all this thing, you pour into these little ones, and then they go to college and they do their life. And you're like, wait a minute, I no longer have to check if you're doing homework, find out, if you did your whatever, make sure you went to practice. So now all that stuff is back to me. And I'm like, and for me, full disclosure, there was a long moment of, one, what do I want to do? And then two, can I even do it? And it's weird because it's like, I'm always saying to them, you can do anything. But then when they're gone and it's me, I'm like, well, can I?
Right.
And so that moment of finding that clarity of what I want to do, and then going after it, and then creating that feeling of I can back in myself that I had in the beginning was all a part of the process, that I write about in that, because I went through it myself, of the holy crap. Yeah. I told my kid, you can do all this stuff. And now I'm trying to tell myself, and I'm like, so it's kind of, how I kind of help myself regain belief in myself and clarity on what I want to do. So hopefully it helps people.
It sounds, and it obviously has that like keep going kind of tone in it too, and so you're really involved actively in your kids' goals and success today. Tell like how much more can you tell us about that?
Well, I have two youngsters. One, the eldest is doing his basketball thing, and he has some things in development that he doesn't want me to talk about. So I'm like, but hey, this is your deal. Go ahead and make your life happen. But it's great that he gets to do that. He's still out there doing his thing.
Nice.
I can't tell you about the younger ones, because they're still here. So I have one that wants to be a content creator, and we're working on helping him do that, which is
nice.
Been very eye-opening and fun. And then the younger one wants to do acting, and I'm like, hey, something I know a little bit about, so that I can share you with. So, but again, they're all kind of, what I'm finding is that they're all basically the same formula, just a different industry. So
sort of like a different dialect. I guess I wonder if your wife is also in the arts or performance or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. So it's it's in their genes then.
Hopefully. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's like, but what's funny about that? It's like, there's this desire that I think the youngsters have for their own mission and their own journeys that makes it special, to them.
Yeah.
Like, again, with basketball and sports, that's 100% something that he's passionate about. I went out for basketball in middle school or whatever, and I played football in high school, but I didn't have the love of it like he does.
Right.
So,
yeah. I mean, it's different strokes, different folks, and just being able to like foster that and keep going like in their own desires, their own values. And it sounds like that's the middle management view, is like, as an empty nester, like what's new? How do you reinvent some of that?
Yeah.
Which I think is really scary. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's just scary for people. So what were you gonna say?
It's scary because, and I'm just speaking from someone who was terrified, like going through this process. Mm-hmm. It's scary because you have other people's voices in your mind telling you what's possible.
Yeah.
And part of the process that I really, whether you get the book or not, that I encourage people to do is called just silent meditation. I think that a lot of people talk about this, where you spend some time driving during your day, driving with the radio off, walking without the phone dings and the podcast in your ears or whatever, by yourself with your own voice for an extended period of time, listening to yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself will tell yourself what you're supposed to do,
100%,
and what you want to do, and then all the other voices come in and say, "Yes, but what about this?" And you'll learn to turn those off and go after it.
Yeah,
that's been one of the hugest helps for me.
Well, it's music to this podcast's ears. As a Zen practitioner and someone who's always weaving in meditation, stillness is super scary and silence is really loud. Yeah.
Yes.
So what other strategies, would you have, like practical strategies for listeners that are in in a setback or trying to like rediscover something?
One thing that also has been very helpful is to expand my reading and experience. And I say that because there's this guy, I forget his name. He's all over TikTok right now, but he's doing like acoustic music playing, and I can't remember the guy's name. Anyways.
Yeah.
He was doing music back in the 70s, a guitar player, African American guy, kind of folky. And his song is "This Is My Song," is one of his songs out there. Anyways, I was watching him on YouTube, and I'm like, this is exactly the type of music I was writing in the early 2000s when I was looking for record deals. So all that to say, someone out there has probably done exactly what you want to do, and you're going to have to dig and find them. Yeah. But finding them is so great, because then you're like, oh my gosh, it's possible. If he could do it in 1970 something, surely I can do it in 2025.
Yeah.
So I would say expanding and finding those people that did what you want to do. And with the internet, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, in the 70s there was no TikTok, they wouldn't have even known, like, what are you talking about,
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
What is what's the best advice you've ever heard? If you could think of like all these experiences, all these really amazing people you've interviewed or interacted with, what would you say is some good advice?
Aside from keep going, it would be you know what you want to do. Like the first time someone says, "What do you want to do?" There's something that pops up in your head, and you know exactly what that thing is every time. Instead of skipping to option B, C, or D, which you feel is more practical, reasonable, or realistic or whatever, dive into that first one that pops in your head every time someone says, "What do you want to do with your life or with the next part of your life?"
I love that. This might be cheesy, but I think Kelly Clarkson says that a lot. Like she never had a plan B or C.
Yeah.
And I think I struggle with that because I think it's helpful to plan. So dive into the A and keep going into the A. But it's not so bad. I have a B and C, but I don't know. I guess that's why I'm, whatever. Maybe not where I could be. Maybe I'm holding myself back.
But you are exactly where you're supposed to be. That's the other thing. It's like we have
so zen of you, Troy. I love that.
But we have these ideas, these like markers set by other people that it's like, no, we are exactly where we're supposed to be.
Amen.
Yeah.
I believe that. And thank you for that.
No, 100%. It's like, they have these 30 under 30s and 40s under. It's like, no, you are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Amen. Yeah. I love that. So how could listeners find you? This has been really great.
Oh, cool. So I'm online at troyhorne.com. That's TROYHORNE.com. And if it's cool, I have a download that for middle management.
Yeah.
It's at middlemanagement.bio. It's a free download to kind of help you do the first 5 steps.
Nice.
That's in the book. And those are the 2 ways, middlemanagement.bio and troyhorne.com, Horne with an E.
Really great resources, and we'll have those links into the show notes. So, Troy, this was really awesome. Thank you for making the time to be here. It went fast.
It's been fun, man. This is great. Thank you for having me. This has been fun.
I wish you continued success, and your books are amazing. Keep them out there. We look forward to hearing even about your children's journeys. So, keep us all abreast of that. So thank you for listening at home, and we'll be back here next week. Until then, spread a little kindness and stay well.